The creators of Minecraft's biggest server ever have decided to make their own game, and it's releasing next month. This gameplay you're watching isn't modded Minecraft, it's from a whole new game called Hytale. And if you've been around in the Minecraft community for a while, you've definitely heard of the name. What actually is Hytale? It was created by the same team behind Hypixel, Minecraft's biggest multiplayer server, and apparently everything they built inside of Minecraft still wasn't enough, because now they're building, quote, the game they've always wanted to play. And based on what I've seen, they might have pulled it off. You've got mining, crafting, building, all the classic elements from Minecraft, but they've also made some improvements like a new movement system, more involved combat, and an environment that looks completely unique. To understand why this release is such a big deal, you need a little bit of context, so I'll try to keep it brief. Hytale has officially been in development since 2018, but in June of 2025, the studio making the game announced that they were going to cancel it and the company was shutting down. After months of silence, Hypixel themselves bought everything back, the rights, the code, even the developers, and committed funding to the game for the next 10 years. And considering how much experience they have in the genre, I think that says quite a lot. So let's take a look at the actual gameplay and answer the question, will this game really be the Minecraft killer people are calling it? Now, just a few days ago, the developers released a 16-minute long gameplay preview, the first footage we've seen since the shutdown announcement earlier this year. A lot of the core features of Minecraft are still here. You've got mining, building, crafting, but they've taken their own approach. For example, when the player chops down a tree here, it falls over instead of leaving the floating blocks. Kind of like a very popular Minecraft mod. So yes, Hytale is very clearly inspired by Minecraft, but it's also distinctly different. There's a much stronger focus on this fantasy RPG style gameplay, the combat, and exploration. The footage we have so far shows a lot of combat, and it's not really clear whether the game is combat focused or if that's just what they decided to record. But either way, the combat looks a lot more strategic and interactive than anything we have in Minecraft right now. And a proper combat overhaul is something that the Minecraft community has been asking Mojang for years. Now, outside of the combat, the gameplay showcases the player exploring multiple structures like this cave dungeon environment and what looks like a skeleton fortress or maybe a castle. I'm not really sure, but these appear to offer a more structured challenge, unlike Minecraft's typical blank slate worlds. And while Minecraft has bastions and jungle temples, many of these structures are kind of outdated and they don't really provide any real difficulty. Like the jungle temple, for example, nobody knows how to solve this puzzle and we all just mine through it anyways. One thing that Hytale seems to absolutely nail is the atmosphere. We've seen some impressive large-scale environments for years in the early trailer, but this new footage shows some really unique environments like this dark, moody cave and some of these wide outlooks over the terrain. They look absolutely stunning. Another self-stated goal of the Hytale team is to build a platform for the community. They really want the game to belong to the players, and in a recent post, they committed to taking 0% cut from the modders because they believe the modding will help improve and grow the game. Now, I know most of you guys won't make mods, but the support matters because we've even seen Minecraft open up the full Java codebase for modders recently. It's clear that the community has been pushing for better modding tools, and the fact that Hytale is already ahead of the curve on this is just one example of how they might be outdoing Minecraft right now. And that's just one example of how both games are reacting to the new player demand. Minecraft has been addressing some of its weak spots too for quite a while. Adding vibrant visuals really increased the visual appeal of the game, at least if you're on Bedrock Edition, and the introduction of trial chambers was really well received from the community, which is arguably the first major combat challenge added since the Ender Dragon fight. Needless to say, the players loved the updates that Mojang is releasing, but it raises the question, would some of these players rather play a whole game designed around that level of structure and challenge? I think the answer is both yes and no, because since its peak in 2020, Minecraft's overall popularity has been declining. Mojang has reacted to this by shifting their update strategy towards smaller, more frequent releases, and it's obvious that players want something Minecraft doesn't fully provide. So why don't they just switch to Hytale? Well, I believe many players will, especially at launch. The interest is there, and the features Hytale is focusing on are things that Mojang has intentionally ignored. The biggest difference is structure. Minecraft's world is open and empty by design. That's the charm. Hytale is offering that same sandbox foundation, but with more structure layered on top. Dungeons, bosses, fortresses, and designed adventures. These are many features that Minecraft players already seek out through mods, and that group of players is exactly who Hytale is targeting. And so while Minecraft has more overall breadth, Hytale isn't trying to be Minecraft 2, it's branching off and creating a focused experience for a specific part of that market. Players who want a sandbox fantasy RPG experience are definitely going to stick with Hytale. But people who just want to play Bed Wars or Skyblock, they're gonna return to Minecraft even if they go play Hytale at launch. And the players with 8-year-old hardcore worlds, they aren't gonna be suddenly abandoning them. So ultimately, no. I don't think Hytale is going to be this Minecraft killer that everybody is building it up to be. It's simply filling a gap in the market. People want a game that feels familiar but provides more structure, challenge, and story. I do think Hytale is going to be very successful. I think instead of competing with Minecraft, it's actually going to be more comparable to games like Skyrim or Breath of the Wild. And whether you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear what you think about it in the comments. I know personally, I'm excited to play Hytale when it comes out. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.